So welcome back to On the Road Truck Simulator gameplay. We're in gameplay number 59 now, I believe. You probably wondering why I'm back and packed the truck here. But yeah, pretty much said in the last video that we also can get the delivery done. So we obviously decided to cancel about that one, and obviously I decided to return to Brutto again. But I believe we're in Cologne at the moment in Brutto, so we drove all the way. I drove all the way on Autobahn 3 I think it was this fuel easy tank here. Drove up this way to this, obviously to Brutto here. So it's, yeah, I did a bit of that off stream. So obviously you join me pretty much here now. It's super bit better. So what we'll do, jump in the truck. In fact, what we actually would do is, first things first, let's then get a delivery started. Let's get something started out in logistics. Where should we go? I got Cologne. That's then, I mean not in the Cologne, I've got in Nuremberg. That's a reasonable journey. It's not very much money. We go somewhere sort of mid-length journey for the video, I guess. Somewhere it's not too far journey, but reasonable enough. It's Bremen decent, and Bremen, that could be reasonable. I don't know if that's too far, but I mean, I don't think it would take that long to get to Bremen, so I can always do Bremen as a journey. So I think we could do that, or we can try and do something a bit closer to home, but I don't know. And Frankfurt, that's just around the corner. Where let's just go to Bremen. Bremen might be decent. And let's say cat toys, which hopefully won't be going to the fuel station this time, which sounds a bit of a disaster for journey. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen in this with this cargo. So jump in the truck, of course. First jump into Soedesco. Actually, I'm actually not picking up from you. No, what's going on with the nav? That nav is going all berserk. Oh, it's telling me to go 17 kilometers. I bet I'll get that sorted out in a sec. But we'll this reverse the thing at the moment, and we'll sort out the tackle shortly. It's great to see you. Yeah, we're back in the suggesting Walter's living. I'm going to try and get this painted up shortly, but bear with me when I just get this in. Kind of like to had it packed like truck driver was, like, you know, when I packed the truck in one of the bays. I'm not quite there yet, so I realised I backed up, but not quite there. Just forward that a wee bit. It's a bit. I'm quite close to the beam now, but just getting on a wee reverse there. I think we're just about there. Nah, that'll be it. Let's just stick it there. Not precision anyway. But not precision anyway, but it'll do, hopefully. Yeah, that's us. So obviously we started a new save, as we could tell. As you see, we're probably on day 1, as you can see up there. That's what I mean about the save being a new save. So yeah, that's reasonable. Let's hope we get a decent journey. So let's get everything all beat up. Tackle. I've got to get some rest and that, so we obviously need to find a rest space somewhere. How we doing? Fuels sound. Everything's all pretty sound at the moment. Just have to hopefully they'll run out of fuel here. Diesel, as I say. So they've got a 331 kilometre journey, or 332 I think was when I started. So we've got a bit of a trek, but it should be a reasonable journey, as I say, as we see. So hopefully we'll get some dust this time around here rather than a bottleneck, because there's definitely something wrong with the fuel. There must be some problem with the fuel deliveries, petrol station deliveries, easy tank deliveries, drop-offs. When you're dropping off at the fuel station, you're not got any actual thing that pops up on the nav pinpoint. So they're edging up the lights. Got some V8 colour at least. Well, obviously not a V8 filler at all, but we'll have to get a V8 open pipe Scania in this game. That'd be pretty dope. I was waiting for Scania V8s to come in this game, but not at the moment. Start with a straight 6. Proper 13 litre engine on this beast. It's reasonable size. But it'll do, I guess. In full 10 horsepower isn't too bad for this sort of truck. It's only a 4x2 box truck, and it's a bit more powerful, I guess. The engine's a bit too powerful for this sort of type of truck, I guess. You would only have like a P Series, like a 210 or a 280 or something. Maybe a 9 litre engine on it or something. I would have if they implemented a P Series rigid box Scania. But at the moment, I think we're stuck with the R410 at the moment. So we're cruising ourselves, we're gonna get the line on now, the wipers on. Get rain at last. I think hopefully we'll get some rain for the whole duration, hopefully, but I doubt it'll rain for too long. So it'd be a decent journey, bit of a rainy journey now, but yeah. What was I saying earlier again? I was saying that something, but I'll come in mind again. Sorry guys, and I don't know what I was saying earlier. Saying about Scania V8 obviously, but I better get in this thing. I don't understand why they would merge, and a bit weird. But yeah, they should give you a V8 Scania in this game. Maybe even a P Series. I was thinking like a less powerful one, like if you want to do a sort of rigid box 4x2, but not a full 10 horsepower 13 litre. It's a bit too powerful for this type of chassis. It's a big truck. I mean, it's a small truck. I mean, it's a small truck, but it just has a packs of pounds, I guess, for the size of the engine. It's another thing. Should implement the 9 litre 5-cylinder DC9 engine or something you call it. I think that's the 5-cylinder one, the smallest one that you can get. Normally that's on the rigid box trucks. But at the moment I think this is going to be the truck model we'll get. I guess they only have so much they can do. Mind you, I don't even know if ETS2 has 9 litre engines. Everyone just needs to stick with the big boys, the 16 litre V8. That's really their jam really at the moment, but it'd be nice to have a variety of Scanias, eh? I mean, maybe driving the smallest one, the 9 litre one, probably won't be. So I don't know if it'll be anyone's jam, but I think it would be a good thing to put in as well. As much as having rigid boxes, you can always add rigid boxes, smaller P Series cabs. Maybe, yeah, P Series cabins, but not in 410 horsepower, but maybe 280 or 290 or something. I think that's the most powerful 5-cylinder they've got. Or 310 maybe, 310 horsepower might be the most powerful, but I don't know. I don't know if anyone knows what the most powerful 9 litre Scania engine is. I think it's 310 horsepower. I'm sure it's 310 unless I'm just looking at some guessing. I'm sure I've seen something that's 9 litre 310 horsepower, but I mean that's quite powerful for that top engine as well. But you know what I mean, like having maybe a 9 litre and maybe having a 9 litre engine with a big road wouldn't be suitable. I mean, if you had it like a small Scania engine but with a massive road capacity, it wouldn't be ideal, but I mean it would be reasonable actually, because that Scania's smallest engine is the 9 litre 5-cylinder and the biggest engine is a 16 litre V8. And obviously this is sort of in the middle, 6-cylinder 13 litre what we're driving. But I mean you got a 11 litre I think actually, possibly 12 litre as well. Plus you have a 15 litre unsure. I don't know if it actually is, if that's older trucks I'm saying now. I mean the 14 litre one was the old Scania V8. I'm sure that was the sort of legendary engine that was quite famous in the Scania engines. That's the 143 engine pretty much, say 14 litre V8. Got to see Scania 143s again. I really miss the 143 so much, I think you just don't see them on the road now, like it's very, very obscure truck now to see. You only have to just look at the times now that we've moved on since the 1990s. All these trucks have sort of moved away now. It's a bit of a shame, it doesn't take very long for things to move on as times go away. That's what I mean. But yeah, Scania 143s sort of, there's just not that many of them on the road. I mean, I sort of see them, I would recognise them quite well, because I've heard the Scania 143s compared to the newer ones, but that's just my opinion on Scania trucks. But I mean, I do like this model as well as much as the older ones. I mean, this is a decent model. I think any Scania truck looks nice in my opinion. Like, you just have to look at the old ones, how much bigger there would be in the future, the thumping V8 engines and straight exhausts, open exhaust pipes. Everyone was doing that obviously back in the days. I think Scania is also quite well known, I guess, for that sort of thing. So as you get these you get some of these truckers that like to get the exhaust cut and straight pipe it, open pipe it and that. You know, it's all that sort of thing. It's quite big I think it's quite big in Holland. So I see a lot of videos on YouTube of Scania V8s and most of them are all from Holland, majority of them. So they definitely like the noise in Holland, and they like the V8s, like the Scanias in Holland. Like Holland is probably got like the biggest trucking scene, I guess. You never see like nice trucks in Holland, like colourful and that. Normally they're varied, and compared to we've got some decent truck companies as well. But think for the extra oomph, then you have to go to Holland to see all the V8s and stuff. You know, it's, and also I think they really like the 143s there as well, I guess. A lot more I think than we do maybe. Because most of the 143 videos I think I see on YouTube are Dutch model, registered models, but I could be totally wrong. There's probably loads of them in Sweden as much as in Holland. There's lots of registered Scania 143s registered in Sweden probably. Yeah, just be a shame now in the future. Now we'll just have to move on from the V8 I guess, and move on to electric trucks. I think now actually, to be honest, at the moment is the other thing is AdBlue being the sort of elephant in the room for straight boot exhaust, open exhaust, because you have to rely on the AdBlue to go in the engine exhaust. So it's like a sort of solution, I guess. Vapor, like water vapors or something. I don't know much about AdBlue, but I think it's something to do with exhaust gases. So something like that is, I think, with modern Euro 6 trucks, probably like this one that we're driving might be Euro 6, but could be classed as that. But with that sort of solution, you need I think AdBlue is the elephant in the room now for you to do all that straight piping and open exhaust, and you can't really do all that now because if you have the AdBlue, it's kind of the exhaust. And I think you might be bypassing it or something if you put an open exhaust in a AdBlue truck. So I could be totally wrong what I'm saying, but I'm sure that nowadays it's not a very common thing now to see Scania V8s with open exhaust. But it might be fine maybe if you take it to a truck show and you can always do it, but there's also the obviously get the diverse valve that would get fitted in your exhaust system or something, so you can always have an open exhaust and you can always have a stock exhaust. Because sometimes you see a lot of trucks, or anyway, when they're just driving normally, always just have them open, closed. And then I think the time is you just press a button on the dashboard and then there's like a diversion valve that would open up in your exhaust system. So obviously it closes like a butterfly valve, I'm guessing something similar to that. Something like it opens up in the exhaust, and obviously it releases the sound of the engine a bit more. Straight pipe, I guess, if you see it. It's always I guess it's always a feature. It's always best to have two exhausts. Like you could always have it closed and have it sound like a normal truck, and you can always just press a button and open it up. It's kind of like a thing I guess you do nowadays. So maybe there might be Scania V8s on the road driving with that sort of system, just to be a bit of a career side, because if they want to have the AdBlue, I guess maybe they won't need to, maybe they can just turn that off. And just bear with me this, if I can find a West area, and just bear with me if I can, just to know the beeping, and I know the drifting as well, because I've got the issues again, the drift. Lots of me. I think this game's got the problem, eh? It's got to be, because the other games I've been playing haven't had any issues at all. It's always this one that seems to be the issue, the steering issue on the controller. So I just have to be quite careful on my driving and don't overdo it, damage this one and about that and that, you know. So we're making our way in the rain, of course, to Bremen. Can maybe do as, I don't know if I could put the wipers on sort of middle speed. Should get a rest area soon, hopefully. Let me just double check. Oh wait, oh we just went past one. No, that's just the... I was coming up to one soon. I'm gonna have to bear with that beeping noise for now, but just didn't know it and didn't know the thing at the top. I think I have something switched on, because I mean I remember that wasn't showing up I think on videos. I think I got the warnings turned on. Maybe just a bit easier. I better turn the wipers off. I need the when we stop soon. I'm either the truck driver thing as well. It's annoying when you want to turn your wipers on and off with the wheel. You have to, you can't thing of the truck. You have to you can steer the truck when the pop-up thing shows up. You have to do it on when you're stopped. So that's a bit of the hassle of the truck driver. If you want to turn your wipers and your headlights on, you have to kind of stop the truck or something and just do it when you're sitting or something, because you can't steer the truck when you have the menus popped up. The waterway menu, when it's showing up, it sort of stops you driving the steering the truck. So that's a bit careful driving. So that's something like this game with the wee menu just pop up showing you all the stuff to do in the trucks started in. Same for bus simulator as well. But yeah, getting back onto the scene of trucking, exhaust and any trucking in general. Yeah, I mean I just think obviously the Scania V8 will probably be discontinued eventually. It'd be a shame, because I mean that engine is quite desirable for trucks. I mean everyone sort of appreciates the Scania if they think of it. If you think of it Scania trucks, it's always the V8 engine being the sort of famous trucking engine. I think generally it's famous. It's obviously quite a powerful engine because it's obviously been pumped in trucks for years. And also it's their own engine, I guess, so it's not like they built an engine. It's why they obviously built it from scratch, I guess. But the 14-meter engine is obviously the one that was shoehorned in the 143. That was a bit more of the better engine, I think, in my opinion. And then I think the 144 might have been the last of the 14 meters to be introduced, and then they switched to 16 meter. So that was it really. I mean, I love to see a Scania 143 a bit more often, but you're not going to see them anymore. If they put them in this game, that would be dope if they actually put Scania 143 cabins as well, not just MEM cabins. I mean, we're always stuck with MEM cabins, and generally I saw them driving all the time. You see them. I mean, they should put Scania cabs, like just copy the truck we're driving and just put it as an AI. Because we need various trucks as well driving on the road. Not just MAN trucks, just Scania as well. And maybe the DAF as well. When the DAF truck gets implemented, then that'll be... When the DAF truck comes to this game, eventually, that'd be cool. I mean, that'd be good just to put the AI on DAF AI as well at the same time. And I'm sure it's I don't think it's the new model. I don't think it's the new XF. I think it's the last gen model, the XF 106. I'm sure it was shown as that one. Like, just like the facelift to 105, XF 105. It's the one of the two top headlights. I mean, with the free wipers, I should say. So that one, I believe it's the 106. It's one of the older XF models, the ones that we currently see still. But actually, so it's surprisingly enough, actually, I could say this actually. But I'm pretty sure today I actually saw a new DAF XG, the new one, the brand new DAF one, and on the road. I was waiting that set of lights. It was really cool. I seen that. It was just sitting there, and I realised that was a new DAF truck. And then there was this one, and I saw it with the new DAF. It looked like the new DAF XF or the XG. I don't know if it was an XG or an XF, but and I the XF or XG. The XG, I think, is the longer cabin, but I don't know. It's let's pack ourselves up here. Well, we've not got anywhere to go here yet. Let's just snip into the 3 area here. This is the one with the overpass in it, isn't it? I see. There may be quite a few of these West area services. Let's get the tackle. Let's get this side. Tackle again. Right, we're ready to rock and roll. 9 hours on the clock. Let's go. It's a nice day again, eh? Get the back and rake off. So there's the one with the overpass. That's the one I'm meaning about. I was saying in the last video. A couple of them, I think, out there. I'm glad I didn't go past there. I'm glad I've not went west in the missing fuel station. That'll be a disaster if there's any more missing fuel stations. But it looks like these ones. It looks like those ones are both there. So that's not really an issue. These ones that are hidden on the overpass, so you think they'd be missing, but they're not. Thankfully. But yeah, the new DAF truck looks pretty dope. I mean, when I see one properly, maybe there'll be some at truck shows now this year, because there might be some of them maybe making it. Some customers now have got their orders, I guess. You'll see a couple of the new DAF XGs, XFs. XG Plus, I think there's an XG Plus. I think there's a DAF XG Plus as well. But I don't know, actually. I mean, I've only seen that video that I saw. I remember that video they put up on their channel, the debut of the truck. It was the ones of the truck. It was pretty cool the way they did that video. I've never seen it. It's like a year ago now, I think, when this truck was actually once, reminding me. And so it was June and that video was put up, and then it must take them like a year to get all the orders. And I wonder if they'll do a CF, a new CF and a new LF as well. Because I think the LF and the CF are probably needing, no doubt there'll be a new one of those as well. I think there will be. I think there'll be a real heavy truck. We'll have to see, I wonder what the new CF would look like and the new LF. If they do a new LF and they do a new CF, I reckon that might come next year. Or maybe even this year, we might get a new CF debut, a CF and a LF debut video maybe. The range maybe. Wonder what they'll be like. Wonder if they'll probably need to update this. I think the CF cabin's quite an old cabin now, because that's the old. I'm sure that was all the old Wayland DAF cabin. Or the LF was the old Wayland DAF cabin, wasn't it? And that cabin was like from like the early 2000s, wasn't it? So I think the LF will probably be getting a new cabin, and the CF possibly a new cabin as well. Because that's also the same cabin that Foden used as well. Foden and I don't know who else used that cabin. I said there was another truck company that used that cabin, but Atkinson, maybe I'm totally wrong, maybe it's Foden that just only used that cabin. But anyway, that's the only thing at the moment. It's there's a couple of cabins, I guess. Probably I reckon I'll get new cabins for those trucks. CF, XF. I mean CF and LF. I reckon I'll get new cabins eventually. I think the CF and LF cabins are probably getting on a bit now, aren't they? So I think no doubt we'll get a new cabin for both of those. unless they do a proper facelift to the CF and XF. CF and LF again, maybe put a proper facelift on them again. But I think they'll probably need a new cabin. And then I'm sure they assemble the DAFs, the CF and LF. I'm sure they're assembled in the UK, and I think the XF is assembled in Holland. I'm sure that's something that DAF do, because they were British Leyland. Then I'm sure they will part British Leyland, the CF and LF range, and then the XF was pretty much on itself. So that's like an own factory. So it's quite bizarre if you don't know that. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm guessing the CF and LF cabins were assembled in the UK, and the XF was pretty much assembled in Holland. But maybe they are assembled in the UK as well, but don't quote me on that. I don't know everything about trucks, but it's just I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing for myself. I thought I might have just guessed that they're assembled, because DAF are Dutch anyway, and I know they were part of Leyland DAF as well, but and they were sort of British. They used to have the old DAF 400 van, I think. It was based in the LDV Convoy, which is funny enough. I'm guessing it was a British Leyland project. But that was a thing as well. It's obviously a Leyland DAF van, but yeah, LDV was Leyland and DAF vehicles. Apparently that's how the name started, that's how LDV came along. LDV, I should say. Leyland and DAF vehicles. I remember the convoy vans being allowed back in the days. Getting to school on these as well. Funny enough. So I'm getting over this second conversation. I'm just making this a podcast now. This is what I always do. I like to drift off sometimes. Something comes to mind, I like to say it, But you can't beat the convoys, they're pretty dope vans. I mean, in a way they're underpowered, like this, just like this truck, pretty much. But a van getting up hills, it wouldn't get up hills. And so I remember them just struggling. It's like it didn't have any power. It had a full transit engine in them as well, so that makes it probably struggle. Like the old, I think it's the old banana engine, which is quite a vanilla sound. I remember a lot of the full transit vans. Maybe the old Mat 5 transits or something. I think that's the ones I can remember. I had that vanilla engine. I remember us going out with a lot of these transit vans, but I can't remember the exact name, if it's a Mat 5 transit or is it a Mat 4, I don't know. So many transits now getting made. So I don't remember exactly which one's which, to be honest. I know it's one of them, sort of in the mid-range, I guess. So I think it might be. Oh no, there's my first damage. Just didn't know that. I've done well until now. I'm going to get the drift issues in this wee now, but yeah, there must be the Mat 5 or something. I remember those transit vans, and they had a vanilla engine there, quite familiar engine sound it was. So I remember them quite a lot. But yeah, we're coming up to, I guess we're coming up to our driveways very soon. But yeah, just pretty much non-stop talking, not even anything about trucking, I mean on the road really. So then, go there, look at the lights. Let's hopefully we can take that truck into our livery soon, get those pedestrian Walters livery racing. I mean, I still like it the way it's set, but we'll get it painted soon. So the lights go green, taking the time. How did we got? Oh, what the heck? How did I get speed tick out? How did that happen? That's a green light. I'm sure it's a green light. I hope it was. Unless it was a red light, but I'm sure it turned green. I'm sure it was green. Well, it's done anyway. got my valuation there. Got my ticket. Fine. So yeah, we're coming up. Hopefully this delivery slot won't be missing. All that time just driving all the way here and realising it's missing as it was in the easy tank. But yeah, let's hope we do get the updates to this game soon. So we get new truck, DAF truck, wheel support. There's a few things I guess that still needs to come in this game that we just have to wait patient on in this. But fingers crossed something will hopefully something will come along, come to light eventually. I like to see new updates this year for the game, so far I've only had one update in about 6 months. So the update we've got been waiting on for such a while. And it's also got lots of problems still, but we'll just have to accept what we've got just now, and hopefully soon we'll get some new updates here that we can continue it. The wheel support obviously being the main factory. So let's reverse ourselves. I'm not even doing it right. I cannot reverse this thing and this is a tiny thing compared to what I've reversed in the Gigaline. I imagine or the drawbar one even. I just got back to basics pretty much, so the 4x2 but the same box. I think that's green. Let's hope so. So just head into the freight office documents. Got a bit of damage because I just hit something earlier at the barrier, so hopefully it's not too much of an issue. At least everything's showing 3% and we can get to level 0 now. Halfway to level 1. That's the main thing. When I get to level 1 I hopefully can unlock the next slot and I can buy my next truck here. Is it level 1 or is it level 2? I can't mind. Let me check again. Yeah, let me just double check the vehicles tab again. It's level 4 I need to unlock to get the next truck, so it's a bit of a wee bit of a wait to get there, but we'll get to level 4 in no time. Let's hope we can make it sooner or later. So we'll lift in the truck and we'll of course turn the engine down, ignition down, everything all thingied. I think the headlights are off, they are off. I thought I left them on, I thought I put them on at the time, but I didn't. I'm not driving it at the night so far, I guess. Yeah, the plane's up there, still acting like a spaceship up in the sky. Or UFO pretty much. It's still looking like a UFO. The planes, I bet they need to turn the lights down a little bit on them, don't they? But I'm guessing it's a nice feature having planes in the sky that have flashing lights. It's better than not having any of that, eh? So I'll try not waffle on too long in this video, but it's been quite good to chat about trucks and that, Scania trucks, Scania V8s, a bit of DAF as well in the mix, a bit of everything really. I like to sort of keep this I feel like I sort of make these videos more like a podcast in a way, but it's just in my own way. I just like to come across other top hits I guess in the video. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed more trucking again on the road. truck simulator. Of course, we enjoyed a bit more of this. I'll try and get back into more trucking again. I'm trying to get back into truck driver again. Maybe I could drive the Venture again. The DAF. I think that's the truck I was still driving the last time on the game. Otherwise that was the... Yeah, it was the Venture, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. But anyway, I won't waffle on about truck drivers, Matson. I'll just do that in another video. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment below, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm getting there with the subscribers, they're getting up there now. I think we're getting to, we'll be near enough to 50 very soon, so that's really good. We appreciate that, guys. Subscribing my channel, giving the videos likes, and we can give me a few comments as well, which is great as well. So it seems like my channel is getting out there a bit more to a lot of the on the road community, I guess. So, or the trucking simulation community, I guess, if you say. But yeah, so of course, as I say, yeah, hope you have enjoyed this video. I'll have the playlist at the end, of course. Check out a couple of the playlists at the end if you want to watch some other stuff on the channel. Check them out at the end there. And yes, I should be back with another video hopefully very soon. You can see the drift, but all of us going on. But anyway, bye for now.